The closing ceremony for this year's Youth Forum. Now, first things first, the CA team and some of our volunteers are going around handing out gifts for you that were provided by Councillor Neil McNeilis. And Neil, if you want to come up and explain what is in these packages for each of our participants.
First of all, thank you so much for letting me pop up here to explain this wonderful pin that we've put together for you. This is called the Cladder Ring. The Cladder Ring is made up of two hands, a heart and a crown. And it started in Galway in the 17th century. A young man from one of the 14 tribes of Galway decided to go off around the world to make his fortune. And while he was travelling, he got kidnapped by the Moors, put into slavery, and learned his trade as a goldsmith. So what happened was, after 20 years, he returned back and his fiancée was still waiting for him. So he designed this ring. So the hands are for friendship, the heart is for love, and the crown is for loyalty. And I think it's very important for you guys, for me to be able to give this to you, because I think, first of all, is that the hands, is friendship. I think you've all made a lot of good friends here this week. I think the heart for love, the love of the spoken word, the love of debate, the love of actually being able to find out and how to speak, all of this kind of comes together. And I do think as well as that the fact is that loyalty to each other, loyalty to where you come from and where you want to be, all of those would be the symbol I would hope for you there. If this ever does come back to Galway again, I think that all of you here have been extremely brilliant ambassadors for everything that you've stood for this week. As a retailer in town, I recognise that you've all spent a lot of money in Supermacs and in pennies. And I think, first of all, I just want to thank you for being absolutely brilliant ambassadors for what you've done. Secondly, as a city councillor in Galway, I think it's very, very important to have events like this. You're very lucky. The university in Galway has produced the National President of Ireland at the moment, the Taoiseach, which is the Vice Prime Minister of the college from the Labour Party, have all gone to that college. And the fact that you have been there as well, I'm sure that down the road, that if I advance in politics, I'm going to be bumping into some of you guys, because I think what I heard earlier on this afternoon, and I'm not just saying this diplomacy, I think, listen, you really, really are absolutely brilliant ambassadors for being young people. And I mean, 20 years ago, I was your age, I wouldn't have had a clue, wouldn't have been able to do what you've done up there this week. And I just want to say thank you so much for showing exactly that there is a future out there for young people out there. Thank you very much.
Now, what in God's name was that? Could we get a medic to that table, please? So, some of you who have been to the Youth Forum before will have seen the World Karl Popper trophy. It's about 6 feet tall, about the same size as me, and weighs approximately the same as me and Mano combined. There are issues with the trophy that big when you're trying to ship it around the world, and we've decided this year that we're going to retire that trophy and move it to the IDEA Central Office in Brussels, where we'll update it with the winners every year, but we're not going to pay the excess baggage fees because it's about the same as a scholarship for one of the teams to come to the forum. What we're doing instead this year is we're going to start a new trophy, a smaller trophy that we can give to people. And I'd like to call Team Lithuania to the front to receive that for the first time. Okay, so next up, it's happened again. Next up, we ran 2 competitions for the first time this year. We had a best photography competition and a best blog competition at the forum. And we got dozens and dozens of entries, some of them fantastic, some of them sent by Mano from the front room of his apartment in Carb Village of him taking pictures of himself. Those are all disqualified. And instead we've picked 2 winners from the participants. So firstly, for the, can you grab the Kindles? So the first winner of a Kindle is for the photography competition. And remember what I said before, Irish people can't pronounce foreign names. The winner of the best photo competition at the 2013 Global Youth Forum is Fumiya Okiyaki from Japan. And the best blog for the 2013 Youth Forum is Toy Ang Nyen from Hungary. Now, moving quickly through the presentations because we want to get the band started and start dancing. I'd like to call on the Curriculum Director, Sharon Porter, to present some gifts to the trainers.
I would like all the trainers to please come up, and these are the people that you've been working with for the last 2 weeks. So if all trainers could come up. I think you all will agree we've had a fantastic group of trainers this year. We did.
Pokaži go poklonom.
Additional help, and this is the tab room staff, I would like our media staff to come on. it's your appreciation time, and let's give him a round of applause.
Okay. So it's traditional at these events to get the entire team of volunteers that have helped out up on stage. In Mexico there was about 30 people, in Turkey there was about 15. Just to show you how much effort the volunteers have put in, I'd like to ask all the volunteers to come to the front of the stage. And now, if I could ask all the volunteers who have spent less than 36 hours at the forum to leave the stage with this bottle of apple brandy. All of their contributions are really valued, but one person has gone above and beyond the call of duty. I rang her last October and said, I'm going to lose my job unless I find some place to host the forum. Any chance that Endeavour free in August? And Maria said, class. And she's ended up doing everything that we could have needed, from photocopying ballots to putting toilet paper in toilets to walking around at night to make sure that none of you were drinking, right? None of you were drinking. To judging her first Karl Popper competition and ended up judging the final. So Maria, this is just a little token of our appreciation. I would like to ask her to stay here so she can announce the winner of the talent show competition.
On a unanimous decision, we decided, because his legs were actually flailing independently from his body, to give the award for the talent show to Mr. Ronan O'Gorman.
Okay, the next thing that we're going to announce is the winner of the mixed team tournament. In a very entertaining final between Team Royalty and Team Rad, the panel decided with a decision of 4-1 to give the win to Team Rad. Congratulations to Bea, Rokas, and Azim.
Ligaments in this knee. I really shouldn't be coming up and down the steps this much. I'd now like to call on Anna on behalf of the BPT track to read out the top 10 speakers, and I'd ask for a round of applause for 10 to 4, and then if the third, second, and first place speaker would come up to the front to receive their medal.
Thank you so much, guys. We really this year had an amazing BB track, and Josh, Shelby, Farrows, and myself, we are very proud of all of you guys. Thank you so much. Starting with the speakers from 10 to first, I'd like all the speakers to come here for the certificates. So the 10th best speaker of the BP competition is Vicky from Estonia. The 9th best speaker is Caitlin Lambert from Estonia. The 8th best speaker is Amanda Hurst from USA. The 7th best speaker is Torin Rogers. Lake The third best speaker is Egle United. The second best speaker is Ahmed Hujan from Pakistan. And the best speaker of the BP competition 2013 is Simonas Bartels. Is Team Jagger, Amanda and Buchan, You're the Real Harry, Vic and Philip, the Grizzlies, Ronan and Andrit, and Legal Blondies, Rebecca and Ariana. Round of applause for all these guys. And to announce the winner of the BP competition, I would like to invite here on who chaired this round.
I'd like to extend a special thanks and recognition to all of the speakers in BP, especially those for whom this was the first ever experience in BP. I think you all acquitted yourself amazingly, and I was in awe of your ability to get something instantly that I took years to get even okay at. So well done, you guys. Also, a special thanks within the BP just to Josh for all this work. But without any further winning team was from Lithistan. They were a closing team, and they are the team of Egle and Ahmed.
Simonas and Azim and Mr. Potato, Peter and Kathleen. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, and guys, putting this up and take your rubbing medals, your certificates. Zainab, Justinas, Simonas, Azim, Peter and Kathleen.
To keep the award assembly going, I have the wonderful honor to be able to present an award that's very dear to my heart. It is the Spirit Award, and this was started, The Spirit Award was started about 5 years ago in Bosnia-Herzegovina, and it is for all of the participants to vote on one participant and one coach that has personified the spirit of the forum. And as I have told you in morning assembly, when the mixed team event starts after the KBDC finals, in my opinion, that's when the magic of the forum happens. And I just love to watch that magic happen. So we had a vote by each of you, and I would like to present the Coach Spirit Award first. And I may not be Irish, although I'm sure I have Irish roots. I probably am going to mess up pronouncing this name. So could, drum roll. Okay, 2013 Spirit Award for Coach is Shirzad from
Okay, so now we're going to announce the 5 most improved speakers. This is the award that we give to those speakers that competed in the Karl Popper Debate Championship and improved drastically over the course of 4 days and intensive training with their trainers. So, 5th most improved speaker, Zuhro Ganjipekova. 4th most improved speaker, Peter Sarvari. 3rd most improved speaker, Thomas Divine. 2nd most improved speaker, Amani Kala. 'Most improved speaker at this year's forum is Joselin Trejo.
Who made it that far in the mixed team tournament of Youth Forum 2013. First of all, team Tony Hammond. Stand up, Tony Hammond. All the key members of team Tony Hammond. Stand up and give them a round of applause. the team Taylor's Angels. And the team Porque Sí. Now we move on to the best speakers of MTT tournament. And the 10th place of the best speakers of MTT 2013 goes to Hannah Youngwoo Lee. The 9th place goes to Kim In-woo. And the 8th best speaker is Alicia Nayong. Best speaker is Taylor Lee. Now the 6th place goes to Syed Asad Safar. Okay, then we move on to the 5th place. That goes to Danny Lee. The 4th best speaker is Jonathan Kupfer. And the bronze medal goes to Bradley Freeman. The silver medal goes to Daniel Nasir.
Danny boy!
And now, the best speaker of MTT 2013 goes to Muhammad Hassan.
to recognize our semi-finalists with certificates and medals. And we're going to start with Team Not So Anonymous Ace, Anna Intu, Avanteb Ashoyan, and Alexander Villekias. The team named after Galway's finest legend, Stephen Nolan, Daria Mokora, Jonathan Kupfer, and Zhukko Ganzabekova.
So now we are going to invite the chair of the final panel of the Mixed Team Track Tournament to announce the winners of this tournament, Mr. Scott Thompson.
I'm a relatively newcomer to this event, and my understanding is that one of the most important values of the MTT tournament is cross-cultural communication. I think that these two teams absolutely exemplified that. There was no way that they could put on a performance like they did without very clearly understanding where each other were coming from. So I think that proves that this is all a success. The decision was a 5-2 decision in favor of It was a 5-2 decision in favor of the affirmative. Outstanding performance, Salma, Christina, and Sami. Please come up.
Can we give the two finalists another round of applause, please? Okay, so that is pretty much it for our presentations. Before we finish up, I just have one or two thank yous that I want to make as forum director to various people. Firstly, I want to thank the media team from Radio Muff. I think there are points during the past fortnight where more people were watching the stream from the Global Youth Forum form than we're watching the terrestrial TV channels in Ireland. So thanks very much to the four of you. I'd also like to thank the staff members that were here. It's impossible to run this on your own without the support of Mary Sheffield, Anna Valkering, and now not here, Tony Hammond, the former also, the trainers are fantastic, but there are a subgroup of the trainers who work even harder. Those are the people who stupidly accept the responsibility of being on the curriculum committee. And I know that Josh doesn't take photos, so I'll find him later and give him his present. But I'd like to call Sharon and Lazar to the front, please, for this event. Speaking in Macedonian, that would be fantastic.
Do not make me talk to you in your language. It will be very racist.
Can I also get you all to give a round of applause? I know we've already given them a round of applause and given them really tacky keychains, as has become a youth forum tradition. But another round of applause to the trainers who've worked tirelessly over the past 2 weeks. Second to last, when you run an event in Ireland, there's a couple of things that you need to have on your side. You need to have the weather, which we did. You need to have a bumper potato crop so you can feed people. Can we get some more potatoes from Macedonia, please? But also, it's really, really useful if you have the most dangerous of weapons in your arsenal. And I had one in the form of a tame Irish mother. Who has helped out with everything from organising the Irish table to Global Village, to arranging the gifts that you received this evening from Councillor McNeilis, to ringing me about 18 times a day to check whether or not I needed anything, or you needed anything, or do you need me to just take people away, or do you need me to bring people to you, or shall I just kill someone for you, Stephen? I'd kill for you. So I'd like to thank very much an alumni of the Literary and Debating Society and an all-around great woman, Eva. Thanks very much for all of that. And lastly, the final group of miscreants that I had the misfortune of spending the past 2 weeks with. The grumpiest person, the most cheerful person, and the most incomprehensibly chipper person that you have ever put together. By their powers combined, they make one stable personality. But take them separately, and they're either OCD to the point of ridiculousness, unable to function without a roll and a coffee in the morning, and still complains about everything that can ever happen, or just wanders around and does everything that you ask like a doe-eyed puppy. Can we get a round of applause, please, for the top team and the CA team? You may or may not believe me, but after 9 months of work, 2 weeks of not sleeping, and approximately 38,000 Macedonian painkillers so I can walk around, it gives me great pleasure to declare the 2013 Global Youth Forum in Galway closed.
thank everyone that watched our video streams over the past weeks. I think you're now convinced that we should be presenting the Oscars next and not limiting ourselves to debating about those things. It wouldn't be possible without this man here.
And this man here.
And
that girl over there. And a small person, Georgi.
We kind of miss Georgi, but thank you very much for watching, and we'll be back next year. In the meantime, there's a lot of football going on tonight, so what's that? Well, we listen to our live band tonight. Have a good night.
Are we still live streaming?
Yes, we are.
Get me out of here!